The next setup that I have now is using the decimator pedal more like it's supposed to be used. So I've got my guitar input is going into the guitar in this time, which is this one. So the guitar out is being fed to the amps input, and coming out of the effects loop, the effects send is going into the decimator in, and decimator out is going back to the effects loop return. So this time I've got guitar signals coming, or I've got a signal coming from the guitar and a signal coming from the effects loop. And also notice that the power has been separated back onto battery power. And so I'm going to turn on the system, and I anticipate that I'm going to hear a 60 Hertz hum again. Sorry about that, I forgot to put the battery back into the decimator. The decimator is back put together, and now we're going to take it off standby. Effects loop is off right now. So you can see that now things are even more interesting. I'm going to turn down my attenuator so that you don't have to hear it quite as loud, down to negative 12 decibels. And yeah, we've got a bit of a squeal now, which is also in the effects loop. Still goes dead quiet when I press the pedal. Another interesting thing that I'm going to demonstrate now is that when I turn the volume knob on my guitar, I'm going to keep the strings muted, but that squeal is going to change pitch. So I'm going to take the decimator off again and go and fiddle. I'm going to go fiddle with the volume on the guitar. So that's, again, showing what happens when the guitar signal comes in from two different spots in the chain. The next setup they have to show has my guitar input running into the guitar in on the decimator, and the guitar out this time is going to go to the beginning of my pedal board here. And so this has the guitar in and out before my pedal board. Going through the pedal board and then exiting the pedal board is going into the decimator in. Up till this point, that's been where the effects loop send has been, but now I'm putting the decimator before the preamp. And so the output of the decimator is going to the amp input. Again, I have not attached the AC power source to the decimator, so it's not on the same daisy chain as my pedal board. It just has a difference in inputs. That's this pedal board. So I'm going to flip off the standby. I'm going to turn it back up to 0 decibels. You can see that's quite a hum. So I'm going to turn it back on. I'm going to turn on the decimator so it still works. The effects loop is off because there's nothing going on back there. Alright, so I've got one more scenario for you, and that's where my guitar input is still going to guitar in on the decimator, guitar out is going over to the beginning of the pedal board goes through, and that goes into the decimator in, decimator out goes into the amp input. Nothing in the effects loop. The difference now is that I've removed the battery again, and I've attached the decimator to the AC power chain, which is also powering the rest of my pedals on the board. And so we're going to give that a shot. As you can hear this time, even though the decimator is on, it's quite noisy. Well, that's it, and so if you have any suggestions on how to fix what appear to be ground loop problems in my setup, or just other tips to help it be quieter in general, I would greatly appreciate that, and thanks for watching.